The new prosperity mining proposal is by no means based on a new plan. Instead, it is a revision of the Mine Development Plan 2, which was considered to have more significant environmental impacts than the primary plan that was rejected in 2010. Taseko Mines Limited states that maintenance of a healthy, sustainable population of rainbow trout in Fish Lake is a key objective outlined in the new prosperity mine proposal. To sustain Fish Lake, the strategy looks to mitigate and essentially construct artificial enhancements and fixes. Such strategies include the construction of a water retaining dam through the lower end of Fish Lake, the routing of Fish Creek around the open pit mine development, ecosystem modifications such as beaver dam removal and excavations in and around Fish Lake, and a water pump recirculation system from Fish Lake to 2 tributaries upstream. The proposed plan is disconnected from reality in terms of having the expectation of being able to sustain Fish Lake while destroying its supporting tributaries.
Project activities associated with open pit development and tailings pond construction are expected to eliminate trout habitat in portions of Middle and Upper Fish Creek. The direct and indirect effects of tailings pond construction will affect tributaries that are important in providing spawning habitat for the trout. In total, over 46,000 meters squared of fish-bearing habitat will be affected. Little Fish Lake, home to roughly 5,000 rainbow trout, will become completely destroyed.
The potential impacts imposed on the rainbow trout of Fish Lake by the new Prosperity Mine are significant. In a report included in Taseko's environmental impact statement, predictive models indicate that mine development will cause eutrophication of Fish Lake waters during all project phases. Eutrophication occurs when excess nutrient input fuels an unbalanced increase in the algal population. As algal activity increases, the oxygen levels in the water body decrease significantly, resulting in whole lake fish kills due to suffocation. Not only is the fish population at risk, but every animal upwards on the food chain will no longer have an adequate food source. These algae also produce toxins that accumulate in fish tissue, raising serious health concerns for the Chilcotin First Nations. Taseko claims that there will be no serious impacts as monitoring and mitigation programs will be implemented if needed. The predictive models are, however, quite clear that eutrophication can be expected, and the potential implications of this are too serious to allow such an ecosystem imbalance to occur in Fish Lake.
For generations, the Fish Creek watershed has played an integral role in supporting the lives of local wildlife and maintaining the culture and beliefs of the local First Nations population. The transmission of traditional ecological knowledge, passed down through generations, has been preserved in its practice by the distinct geographic isolation pronounced by the surrounding mountain ranges and distance from the urban landscape. The watershed remains to this day as one of the planet's last remaining intact and pristine wilderness areas. Its inhabitants have retained its majestic beauty through the respect and cultural integration of the land in which they depend on. To the local First Nations, Fish Lake and Little Fish Lake are not just pristine water features and an abundant food source, but educators. The traditions and way of life that has established itself within the watershed is that of thousands of years. The seasonal harvesting and fishing of the lakes and their tributaries are embedded in the cultural and ecological fabric of the entire Chilcotin Plateau. Even the slightest alteration of this undisturbed landscape is significant.